G'day, it's AJ, and welcome to episode 1 of the Steward Eldership Podcast. Excited is an understatement. Why another podcast? I've already had 3 podcasts, would you believe? The Theatre Review, Superhuman, the 10-Degree Shift, and now the Steward Eldership Podcast. And I guess you could say, like all of us, as I go through seasons and stages and phases of my career and of my life and of my journey, I want to adapt and continue to create and put out into the world the things that are resonating most deeply, that matter to me most right now. And so the Steward Eldership Podcast is that offering for now. I believe that leadership, as we have long known it, is at a bit of a crossroads. And in a world that's obsessed with authority and status and rules and profit-driven outcomes, we've witnessed globally the rise and fall of leaders who have led with power but lacked wisdom, who were loud but not exactly present, and who built empires, not legacies. And so what if leadership wasn't all about command and control, but instead about stewardship and service? What if instead of seeing leadership as some kind of path to personal success, we saw it instead as a sacred responsibility, a form of custodianship for the future generations yet to come? This is the essence of steward eldership. So come on and dive in and be part of this ecosystem with me. For most of my career, I was notoriously bad at balance. And yet, over the past few years, I've been making simple, small shifts to come from a greater place of kind of alignment, where it's not too little and not too much, but starting to feel, where is the joy and the flow of life? And I can feel it in my nervous system. I'm starting to feel it really calibrate inside. Do you get what I mean? And so what I know for sure now is we don't need more work in our life. We need more life in our work. We don't just need creativity in our career. We need more career creativity. We don't just want to wait in case joy might show up. We need to find our joy and be in our joy, and then we'll get to enjoy what it is we're doing. And so, leaders all around the world, this is an invitation. I dare you to step into this vessel, step into this little ecosystem with me, to bring lightness and curiosity into your workday, into your work life, into your whole life, spiritual, physical, mental, at a soul level, communal. Let's all turn our faces to the light. Let's find our joy and passion. And then when we do that, when we've grown the seed inside of us, can we start to fertilize and water others? Can we support others to allow their passions and their joy and their excitement to flow too? In this podcast, I aim to, explore this model of leadership that goes beyond all of the books on leadership in all of the libraries right now and begins to blend modern boardroom smarts with the wisdom of ancient traditions and cultures, with the wisdom of the depth of the land on which we all walk. And this has been part of my journey from boardrooms in Australia to the bush, to where I live now, in a beautiful valley amongst mountains, amongst giant boulders and caves and rocks, surrounded by birds, Indigenous history. And where I've walked, not just with high-level executives and corporate folk, but I've begun to walk for the past decade with Indigenous elders, with yogis in India, with teachers and sages from Canada, with Aboriginal elders here on my homeland. And this has truly started to shape my understanding of what it really means to be an elder, to be a steward and a custodian. And so this isn't about more authority. It's about presence and humility and creating lasting impact through wisdom and heart and care. Because of what I found in all my travels and all of my coaching and all my facilitation and all my learning is that the greatest leaders are not the loudest. They're the most present. And in a world where leadership is often equated with visibility and power and influence, the loudest voices, they tend to dominate. And we always celebrate the TED talkers, the charismatic speakers, the decision makers, the big entrepreneurs. And yet, true leadership, when we really think to who has touched our life, it's not always the loudest and the boldest. It's those who listen to us deeply, who were present, who helped us feel present, and who made space for you to create and for others to thrive. And so the steward eldership path is about presence over noise. And instead of being in control and having all the answers, this is about quiet presence rather than volume. It's about understanding and support and empowerment on a completely new level. It's listening with your whole being. It's holding space and the tension of the not knowing. It's the nervous system regulation and the finding calm and trust and wisdom that reassures others just through presence of being. It's about actions aligned with values and words that actually matter. So why another podcast? Because I wanted to go deeper. I think too often we skim the surface. Too often my previous podcasts, 20-minute episodes, half-hour episodes, sometimes an hour, but we're skimming the surface. And I want to go deeper. And I want to invite you to sit, to marinate, to dwell in the questions that come up, that arise from my own musings, from the interviews that I'm going to bring you, from the readings perhaps that we were sharing, from the richness of co-creating something beautiful. You know, I recently read a poem that was about creativity and art, and I think this is a perfect way to explain why another podcast and to challenge you to think about, is there something that you've wanted to do and maybe you've gone, yeah, there's many of them in the world, or what will people think? And so listen to this poem, and it's an invitation for you not to think about me and my journey, but to think about you and where this poem takes you, what it makes you feel, hear, and think about for your life and your career. And it's by Charles Bukowski, and it's called Going All the Way. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe even your mind. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it despite rejection and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. Do it all the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is. I love that poem. And whilst it's inspiring for artists, I think it's inspiring for us all. Go all the way. And so here I am, delving into another podcast on steward eldership and all the things that means and all the things that brings. And I couldn't be more excited. So come and join me in here in this little sacred bubble. Let's go deep. Let's go deep together. Send me your thoughts. Send me your favorite poems. Send me your dreams and desires for the life you want. I want it. And I want to share mine with you too. I can't wait to journey together. To all you future steward elders and those who are already walking amongst us, I see you and I love you.